Hello everyone, I'm Rabiul Hassan and I'm presenting the final project. My final project is called StreamFind. StreamFind is nothing but a hybrid information retrieval system for video streaming search. Mostly like think about Netflix or Hulu or any of the video streaming platform that we exist. The domain I selected is a video streaming catalog, similar to problem like, as I mentioned, Netflix or Disney Plus. The main problem here is the user do not always search by the exact title. A lot of the time they only remember part of the story they're looking for, or like the genre or the mood, maybe one character details, because simply keyword search is not always enough, right? And sometimes also like on the same name there could be different results that is totally different streaming details, right? So for the project, I built a system that support both exact keyword matching as well as natural language style search as well. This dataset that I'm using contains at least 520 documents and 12 evaluation queries. The main goal was to create a working retrieval system that can return meaningful ranked result and then evaluate it using standard IR metrics. The example query on the right, like here, or show the kind of search behavior I wanted to support, such as space survival with an AI companion, um, or a small town Korean romantic drama. Those are realistic query where user know the idea but not necessarily the exact title. So moving on the next slide, the system architecture. This slide pretty much show like on a high level of full pipeline of the system. So first I load the corpus and combine important metadata fields into our searchable text field. This include information like title, description, genre, cast, language, theme, and many more. After that, I build two retrieval models, right? First one is BM25 with a dense model, which is a lexical retrieval method. This works well when the query contains strong exact term. The second one is the dense retrieval using the sentence transformer embedding. So I use the high inverse sentence embedder model. So I'll gonna show in the later. But second one is the, as I mentioned, the second one is the dense retrieval using the sentence transformer embedding and the FAISS. This helps when user query is more descriptive and semantic. After getting the score from both method, I combine them using hybrid fusion. So instead of relying only on the sparse matching or only semantic similarity, I use both signal together. Then the system produce a final rank output and I save the run file and then evaluate the summaries. The main reason I chose hybrid retrieval, I just BM2 is strong. So basically BM2 and dense retrieval are strong in different case. BM2 is very good for exact metadata clause, while dense retrieval is used when working in query is more natural and does not exactly match the catalog text. So moving on to the next one. So this is just an example on the notebook, how it gonna look, but I can show on my notebook as well how the code looks like. So this is how usually the looks, all the cell looks like, and matching to that cell, I have the notebook section like import configuration, all those stuff. So pretty much on a high level, I have those CSV available as well as in the file format, which is in the data. And then I import and then to the configuration, load the data. This is a sample data, how it looks like I have the cast director, language, country, platform, blah, blah, blah. and then query ID and all stuff. So this is just a basic search text format and then preprocessing of the BM25. And later, if I go data below, these are the sample query that it looks like. And then if I run all the query, and then this is the evaluation, how it looks like BM20 depicted. It's 1.1 and all the stuff. And I save those output directly. So in the file system, on the output, I have all those data. Now I save those graph as well for later documentation. So this is how the graph looks like. And this is how the error analytics looks like. Now also, I created the paper as well, which is this. So yeah, I explained a little bit on the literature review as well, background and all this stuff. So, but on the key part is the sentence transformer. So this is how it works. Moving on for the live query part, this is an example. So the slide like here actual show the ranking, example A and example B. On the left side, query space survival with the AI component. The hybrid system return the title like orbital 8, orbital 1 and starlight 7. Those are good matching because they are closely related to the science fiction survival theme in the query. On the right for the query, small town Korean romantic drama, the system return title like season letter 4. Summer and then summer in Hanul and summary in Handle 6. Those also match the query intent as well. What this shows is that the final list is not just mathematically strong, but it is also looks like intuitive from a user perspective. In both cases, the top results are closely aligned with the story or theme because theme described in the query. This is important because a retrieval query should make sense both in the matrix and in the visible rank output. Now moving on the comparison part, so this slide specifically focus on the harder cases which query 4, the true crime documentary about financial fraud. Now here I show the top hybrid result like Ponzi file 1, Ponzi file 10 and Ponzi file 5. So basically for the top hybrid result, which include like title like as I explained, it also highlight what the metrics say about the harder example, right? Something on this. For example, on the dense retrieval, still found relevant item for this query, but in this is Z at 10 was little lower, whereby this one. That makes sense because retrieval document were there, but the ranking order was not always as strong as this top. In contrast, the hybrid model method corrected here the issue and the method BM2 in the judge benchmark. This is a good example why I use as a hybrid hybrid design because dense retrieval add symmetric string, but BM25 still helps when the query has very information extract term like financial and fraud combining give both a more suitable final ranking. Now talking about the evaluation, BM2 score like exactly 1 for precision at 10 and map and the nDCG at 10. The hybrid method also score 1.0 across all the three metrics, then retrieval score 1.0 for precision at 10 map and 0.96 approximately for the nDCG. This one. So so overall, all the three method perform pretty well, I would say. On the judge metrics, the main difference is that the dense retrieval had a slightly weaker ordering for some higher relevant result, which BM2 and hybrid were more consistent at the top of the rank list. I think my main takeaway is that BM2 is still very strong in metadata rich domain like streaming search, especially when the query content exact dense retrieval is helpful, honestly, for descriptive natural language query. This helps method keeps the base overall balance because it combines the strength of both approach. Um, at the same time, those results should be interpreted honestly. This is a control course project benchmark, so numbers show a strong proof of concept, not claim the full production performance. Like if I put this in, let's say Netflix, probably it should not as accurate as it is, but it's a strong proof of concept, I would say. So overall, the project demonstrates the working IR system, which correct index ranking as well as evaluation. So I would say it's a success, but I would like to appreciate and thanks for this. I mean, that was like pretty much like walk through for the project on a hybrid information retrieval system on a video streaming search. Thank you so much.